what was the focus this morning at shoot-around?
Just trying to be organized, you know, touch all the things that we put on sort of alert that they are very important, just hit those areas again.
I think something that was a talking point for Boston coming out of Game 7 was how Ojale was able to do something on Giannis. I know that Giannis and Ben aren't exactly the same, but is that something you guys paid attention to a little bit more closely?
Yeah. And I agree with Brad. I thought Ojale was great. You know, and so like in the past, we've seen Horford guard Ben most of the games, at the start of the game especially. You'd expect to see, you know, Ojale, Marcus Smart. Like you can sort of predict what type of athlete is going to be on Ben, and it's we understand that, and they do a really good job.
Where do you think the team has grown the most since you guys last met, like January 18th?
I mean, it's forever and a day ago. The teams are different. You know, and to your point, the distance between the games and the actual people playing is different. And I don't know, I like that we have been growing. I think that we're continually getting better in our own way. I think our record supports that belief a little bit. But, you know, I just like the fact that we're getting better. I really, when you just sort of look at a coach's responsibility, I'm confident and proud of my coaching staff that the guys are, you know, trending in an upward way.
You know, JJ gave the staff a lot of love just now, saying you guys did a great job over the course of the season pointing things out. Did things evolve how you showed the team stuff? Did you change things up?
Not really. I think the thing that's most just interesting to me is you go back and you look at like the first time we played the Celtics, which was really early in the year. And if you looked at my call sheet, it's pretty much the same, you know, in May as it was back when. And I think that's the thing that I get excited about. We've taken stuff we believe in, we've walked it down, we haven't pivoted out of kind of anything, you know, and it just gets more attention because we've been winning. But it really has been what we've been doing for quite a while.
I guess the last meeting was back on January 18th. Is there like an underlying familiarity with you and them? I mean, summer league, you guys are around each other all the time. You've worked out some of the prospects that they now have over the last couple of years. Is there an underlying sense of familiarity between the teams, do you think?
No differently to me than there would be with, you know, another sort of Eastern Conference team that you played 4 times. Other than that, there's no great connection, you know, that I'd be sort of manufacturing to, you know, back up your point. I don't see it. What I do see is you really get to know people in a 7-game series, in a long playoff series. And, you know, we get who they are. They kind of get who we are. But it's not born out of anything else that we're in the same division. We play each other, you know, 4 times, and you pay attention. But I feel like as this series unfolds, you know, less and less frequently are there secrets.
Brett, I asked Terry Rozier about the rivalry between the Celtics and Sixers. They had no idea what I was talking about. Have you given these guys a little bit of a history lesson, or does it mean something for you to be involved in now?
It was the first thing that we showed this morning, you know, and because I grew up, you know, in New England and I'm not young, I get the history of what goes on with our 2 organizations intimately. And I think it's just incredibly exciting. And so to revisit that with my young guys and show them before we even got into, you know, sort of X and O's and scout tape is really look at the history here. You know, have a real sort of kind of knowledge base of our 2 organizations. It's something historic. It's something very special. In the series that we're all about to play in and compete in, you know, there's a lot that's gone on long before us that is worth knowing about. And I enjoy educating our young players about that history.
You do have to educate them.
Coach, I just wanted to ask about Embiid's mask. Since the last series, have you spoken to him or done anything to help him be more comfortable use that mask in the hotel or stuff like that?
You know, he plays around with it on his own terms in many ways. But it's really remarkable to me that he performs like he does, having really not played much, Now it's in the playoffs. Now he's got a mask. Now the mask has a lens. You know, there's some things there that are real that would suggest like he may not be as impactful on the court, and that's far from the truth. He's really, to me, been amazing with what he's been able to do. I think the comfort level that he's experiencing, just wearing it and playing more and more, is certainly helpful. But we'd all be lying if we didn't understand it'll be a good day for him when he's able to take it off and play freely.
I noticed he hadn't.
Yeah, you know, at times, and we sort of try it, then we take it off. We try and we take it off, and you know, I do leave it with him for him to find his own comfort level a lot of times.
Brett, nice to see you again, Davey from Channel 13 in Portland.
How are you?
Growing up in South Portland, first off, congratulations getting to the Draw 2. But growing up in South Portland, how much did you follow the Celtics in this rivalry?
The volume of times that I drove down 95 from both Rockland, Maine and Portland, Maine to sit in the car with my dad, who was my coach and is 80 years old now and coached for 50 whatever years, 50, maybe even 60 years, 58 years, and made that trip down to the Boston Garden and saw these games. You know, you saw the games and you saw the history unfold, and then I went to Boston University and saw it more. And so, like, to be able to come back to Boston and the Boston Garden and play the Celtics and be, you know, in the series on the other side of the fence with Philadelphia, it sure brings back a lot of great memories.
The chess match of coaching in a series versus the regular season, can you put that into words? The different, you know.
Just that I have a lot of.
Is it enjoyable? I mean, enjoyable.
Oh yeah, that's competition. You know, you love it, and you know, people do things for different reasons. When I accepted this job, you either take it, you know, under threat or for the challenge. And you go into a series and you look forward to the challenge. I got a lot of time for Brad. I've known him, you know, for quite a while, and he's a good person and he's a hell of a coach. And I look forward to, on a far greater level, just letting our teams compete and the organization compete more than sort of the underbelly of your comment.